YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's a girl Kumucha Malebe. Thank you so much. Please, before we go far, subscribe and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you can be notified always when I upload a video. So I've invited a good friend of mine today. Her name is Nosipho. So I'm just gonna let her say hi to you guys.
Hi guys.
How are you, my friend?
I'm good and I'm happy to be here.
Thank you so much. You are welcome. Feel free. Kiko Hayumo. So yeah, I know very well with this topic that I invited you to talk about. We're gonna flow. Yeah,
I,
I know
I
very
think so
well.
too, yeah.
I didn't choose the wrong person. So today we're gonna be talking about friendships, you guys. I know one may ask themselves, what are we really gonna talk about? But there's actually a lot of things to unpack when it comes to friendships. Some people are in friendships whereby they really want to distance themselves from those friendships, but they don't even know how, or they are in toxic relationships, friendships, but also maybe they're not even aware of this is not a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
So today we're gonna be unpacking, even if it's not everything, but most of the things. So yeah, we've got few types of friendships. We have workplace friendships, we have childhood friendships, we have online friendships. So yeah, we're just gonna be talking about those kind of friendships for today. So my friend, Huyaka, what is a friendship, and also how do you build one?
Okay. So for me, I would say that friendship is like a relationship that you build with someone.
Yeah.
So this is a place where you can be yourself, right? Or someone that you can go to for fun, to talk to um, have activities with, and like also in times of distress, someone that you can call when you're in trouble. This is someone that you can pour your heart out to, yes. Someone you can rely on, yes. And how do I build them? Mina, I believe in letting friendships grow organically. So if I meet someone, I don't intentionally go out there to try and make them a friend. With time, I feel like we will be drawn to each other and a friendship will happen.
So it's not a situation whereby like you'll be, let's say we are in a situation where we're meeting new people or you're around people that you don't know. It's not a situation whereby you'll just see someone and you like them, you're like, I want to be a friend with that one. You just let things happen. If we connect, we connect. And if we
Yes.
don't, it's just gonna be a high thing. It's suppose we meet somewhere else because I've seen you before.
Or
We're
chances
just
are
gonna say
because
hi.
that one time we're gonna have a good time, we'll probably maybe exchange numbers and then see how things go from there.
Yeah.
Yes. But I don't intentionally go in spaces and say I want to make my friends today.
Yeah, and
No.
be approaching people and say,
No.
you know. I remember growing up, like childhood friends, there's this thing that we used to do whereby you specifically ask someone to
Yes.
say, can you be my best friend?
Or sometimes you'd even write them a letter.
Yes, and then you ask them to be your friend. So what's your take on that one? Do you think it's something that we still need to initiate, or just as life goes on? Okay, this is actually a good friend of mine.
I think that was nice and honest. You know, we were all kids back then, right? And those friendships were honest. But now, as you grow older, you sort of want to get to know someone. I don't know. That's my opinion. I feel like I want to get to know someone before I can feel like, oh, I want to be her friend.
Yeah.
Right. So, but there are people that just don't have friends, and I feel like maybe you should ask people like, hey, Kumu, can I hang out with you?
Yeah.
And yes, but actively seek friendship from someone that you like. There's nothing wrong with that. Yes.
Yeah, I hear you because at this age there are situations whereby you think you are someone's friend.
Yes.
Someone just conclude, like I just conclude that I'm your friend, but then on your side you're not my friend. Somewhere somehow
Yes, that
there's
does
something is
happen.
not balancing. So maybe at some point it's good to know where you stand with someone. I don't know, maybe if you ask them, or am I really your friend or what? But we get ourselves in situations whereby your friend that you think is your friend is getting married and you're not even invited.
There. And that's you take that at the highest offense. But to find that you were never their friend. They were your friend, but you were never their friend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think maybe if I don't know if you check with your friend. I don't know if you should really ask,
But
or I'm your friend.
did we ask each other if we're? You didn't even tell your subscribers how we became friends.
Yeah, we never did, but we just know.
We
We
just
just
knew.
know we are friends. I think
Mhm.
that I wouldn't miss about your life. Like I wouldn't meet someone ko strateng a re Nosipho na shata maabane. Like that would be a shocker. Kanjani? Mele ta sengabi, you
Exactly.
know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think maybe it goes with the level of connection that you have with that
With someone,
particular
yes.
person.
Hmm.
And then we have this thing where we call each other best friends. You know, as girls, we have this thing. This is my best friend.
Yeah.
Where you classify friends. Do you think Leona Iyagadi connection because we connect to this deeper level? Or it's because maybe re tloga re tseba vele re botsane hore we are best friends?
Hey, that's actually tricky because if you really think about it, the people that call each other best friends are doing it for like for to be seen, I
Mm-hmm.
would say, to some sort.
Yeah.
People that are actually best friends,
Mm-hmm.
you hardly ever find them mentioning it at every point.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
chance they get, they say, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Kumu and I actually best friends."
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't. I find that you don't even realize that you and Kumuch are actually best friends. I don't know,
Yeah. Yeah.
like because you guys will be so connected and so. So I don't think it matters if we should establish whether we're besties or not,
Oh,
because
what?
I would know if
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a really sticky situation and I feel like, okay, Ukumuch is the first person I want to call, or if I'm in a point where I want to celebrate, Unos is the one person I want to call,
Yeah.
then I
Yeah.
feel like qualifies as best friendship, I
Yeah.
think.
Thank you so much for saying that, because there are things, Chiluring, my other friends, they wouldn't be the first people I call
Yeah.
to tell them the news about,
Mhm.
and somehow maybe because they wouldn't understand, or they wouldn't take it the way
Yeah.
iling ka gona, like because understand if there are things Chiluring only Nosipho can know. Yeah, not only some miss maybe it's in a career. Oh, so 1, 2, 3 is happening. So maybe yeah, okay. Yeah, you are right. You are right, Uri. It's a makadi connection or mucho we are friends and gets bariking yakan so mucho muso. So
Mhm.
now we have these friends that we go to when we need help. It
Mhm.
can be financially, it can be emotionally or whatever support. And then there are these friends that we want when we celebrate. Let's say you're getting married.
Mhm.
And then when you get married, you must have a maid of honor.
Mhm.
And that is regarded as your best
Best friend.
what.
Yes.
And how do you think the one that is always there for you financially?
Who feel when now you
Because
take another one as
because chances are we kind of
Ish.
want to share financially, but then you are not someone that I would pick as my best friend, my maid of honor.
Yes.
Calling along.
This is when now you create a group chat to apologize to people and say, guys, it's not personal. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
so tricky.
Yeah, it's very tricky. I
Yo,
think it's very important to know where you stand
with
with
someone.
someone.
I think
It's
also it's easier with guys, like guy friendships.
mm-hmm,
It's very easy. They don't talk every day, but they know, like, if you want to is somewhere, I'm
mm-hmm.
gonna call Josh.
Do so, yeah.
And if my wife is giving me problems, I'm gonna call my friend from church.
Mm-hmm.
But whereas with ladies, our friendship can start solely on the basis of us borrowing each other money.
Mm-hmm.
But next thing I see you getting married, I feel like, how dare she choose her over
Manani,
me?
because I'm always
Yes,
there for and kimolo ring dilo di thoma da ba a bit toxic,
it
you
does.
know, and chances are if that person as I about, or you don't have clarity between your friend and yourself, she might actually go ahead and be telling people that, okay, now that she's getting married, she forgot me. I'm always there for her
The
financially.
entitlement,
Nini,
yes.
she didn't have bread. I'm the one who bought her bread. So now that good things are happening, she
Happening now,
forgot about me.
she's shining out there.
Yeah, I think it's very important to actually know where you stand with someone. And honestly speaking, if you know your calling as an individual, you wouldn't have a problem if someone comes to you when they need help.
Mhm.
And then it's not even difficult for you to help, because right, I'm called for this kind of things. And then no, gore there will be those people who are ge ba ba nyaka for dilo tse dingwe, they will be there, one understand. Ba bangwe we
Mhm.
choose them to be made of honor ka nako literally because we know they're gonna be helping us get it up and down. Now might help you financially when you need support financially,
Mhm.
but as far as helping you to go pick a dress, maybe I won't have time for those
For
kind of
that.
things. Salaban.
Mhm.
So I think it's very important to know yourself, know where you stand with your friend, and at least having boundaries. Whatever, so that we
Mhm.
don't take offense. Ga dilo tse dinnyane, neng se o se ba motho, and
Saying you
izinto ziyamoshakala.
they've changed on me.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So, talking about childhood friends, we have these friends that we grew up with,
Mhm.
and then we've been close. Maybe we even went to school together, and then we grew up.
Yeah.
I think life after matric, a lot of things changes. We
Yeah.
go to different places. Ba bang ba ya tertiary, ba bang where they get married and all that.
Others go and work or
Mm-hmm.
move. Yeah.
So, how do you think we can maintain such relationships? Like,
Childhood
mhm,
friendships. You
when
honestly
life evolves.
evolves.
Hmm.
I think personally, I feel like I'm a big believer of time and season, ne?
Hmm.
And I feel like when a friendship comes to an end, it has come to an end.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's not really because you guys are fighting, but
Hmm.
now you guys are in two very different places, and it's
Worlds.
kind of hard to
Hmm.
to come back together. It's
Yeah.
okay to let that one go. That person can now just be that friend.
Hmm.
You don't necessarily have to seek that friendship, even though you can see that we are not into the same things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Hmm.
And I do feel that especially childhood friendships, they die because now when you grow up, you guys are not really the people that you were when you were
Yeah.
kids.
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. So also we have toxic friendships. I've been in toxic friendships and I've
Mhm.
seen people going through that as well. So just want to ask you, how do you actually see one Rowana mo
Problem.
ingozi go
Problem.
dangerous motho mm-mm.
Mhm.
We have people that can actually say you are my friend and my friend alone. I don't want to
Yes.
see you with bani bani. Like the
Mhm.
moment I see you going out having lunch with someone
It's a
else,
problem.
it's a problem.
Mhm.
Like I just want to know from you, Ray, how do you actually spot toxic friendships, and
Friendships.
how do you actually distance yourself from those kind of things?
Mhm.
Mhm.
I think if already I can see that this person is jealous if I'm with other people, that's a red flag for me.
Yeah.
Or this is someone that's constantly questioning my other friends.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it can be people that they don't even know, but they're like,
Yeah.
who's Komojo? Tell me, what do you talk about with Komojo?
Mm-hmm.
I don't find that that's a red flag for
Mm-hmm.
me. I
Mm-hmm.
already know that this person is not independent. They don't have
Yeah.
other people, so they want me all to themselves. I try and minimize communication as much as possible. I will keep
Yeah.
it on a need to know basis.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually I hope it dies. But I'm also really confrontational, so I don't always
Nah.
attract toxic people.
Right there and then
Right
too.
there, I'm like,
Mm-mm.
problem.
We're not gonna be doing this.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember there's this friend of mine.
She's still your friend.
Uh,
Okay.
we used to be friends.
Okay.
I had to lose that friendship because what?
Mhm.
She would be mad. Like, suppose I'm dating someone
Mhm.
and then we out.
Yo.
Yeah, now she wants me. Like, I'm not supposed to be anywhere else but with her. Like, it was so crazy. It was insane. And I was like, mm-mm, we are not doing this, girl.
But I also remember like a friend like that.
Mm-hmm.
She would take on a project to
Mm-hmm.
go and investigate the guy, whichever guy I'm talking to,
Mm.
just to make me see that you shouldn't be with this guy. I'm always looking out for you. And I'm
Imagine.
like, no,
Yo.
no, it's gotten out of hand.
Yo, we can't do
We
that.
can't.
Most times, if you move to a shop,
You want to tell me about, did you know they dated Spanban?
yo,
And they also dated, what are you trying to do?
yo,
What
my
are you
God.
trying to do?
Yeah, yeah, no, that's
It's
very
controlling.
toxic.
I feel
Mhm.
like it's also like a controlling tactic
Yeah,
to dictate who you are going to be around, who you talk
yeah,
to, and stuff like that.
hmm,
That does get toxic because
yeah,
no one is ever going to be good enough for them because again they want you all to themselves.
yes,
Yeah, well,
yes.
yeah.
Mm, yeah, no, guys, good evening. It's actually a lot, and there are things, anyway, you should deal with them when they're still starting,
Mm.
because it can get worse than that. Someone just wanting to control you. Hey, you know what? I really want to share my experience, but yeah, this friend of mine, she would even come to my place at 6 a.m. I'm still sleeping.
What does she
And she,
want?
I don't know, like, Coco Tora. I'm like, what do you want?
No
No,
boundaries.
nagale ke tsogile. Ke tsena kae nna moo?
Yeah.
Like, o sa la bona?
Mm-hmm.
So some things are not healthy at all. They are not. It doesn't matter gore o nthusha ka eng ko lifeng. There are
Yeah.
things tailoring you shouldn't do. As friends, we should still have boundaries. I know as friends we go crazy, especially as girls.
Yeah.
We go crazy. We know literally most, like, everything,
Everything.
literally everything
Yes.
about you. And just because you know that I did something crazy yesterday, it doesn't mean Uti Mina now we don't have boundaries
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Uti, you can just come in and out the way you want in my life. It does not work
Work like
like
that.
that.
Yeah.
So
And any friend who's healthy will understand that. They
mhm,
will respect that
yes.
they still need their time, their space, whatever. Like you
Mhm,
can't just show up and go in my life as you
mhm.
please. You can't do
No
that. No.
ways. Yeah. So Uri, distancing yourself from these people is like make sure Uri, the communication dies down.
Yes, you don't communicate anything that you don't have to.
Mhm.
So, for example, if you go out with someone,
Mhm.
you don't have to tell them how it went, or they
Yeah.
don't even need to know. Or maybe if you respect them, yes, you can say, okay, I'm going out with so and so,
Mhm.
but they don't need to know where you guys are going, how much, who's paying, how are you traveling there, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. You can
Yeah.
keep a very, like, yeah, you don't have to invite them out.
Mhm.
You don't have to accept invitations.
Mhm. Mhm.
You just show them that you're trying to draw the line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Shane, it's very important to look at a friendship or a relationship with someone. It must be healthy, one way or the other. It must somehow benefit you in a good way.
Yes.
Anything alluring you ya o draina ning ning, a o tsebe tjare o dire eng. Go na le batho ba le reng ebile ba tšhaba ditšhomi tša bona. Hey chomi, could you please help me? I can like, oh, I'm born because of one, two,
Yo,
three. Because the
you
moment she
know,
knows that I was out,
going
it's
down.
to a
Yeah.
point where I need to hide you when I
When I
post
post,
some of the things because I know
now I shouldn't show you because your friend is gonna go crazy.
exactly
No,
those kind of things are not healthy at
at
all.
all. And
They
there's
are
nothing
not.
cute about that.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And just because we are friends, it doesn't mean that when I'm with my other friend, we're gonna be talking about you. There is no need to be insecure about
Yo, are my
this kind.
insecurities in
Mm-hmm.
friendships? Yeah,
Yeah.
no, no.
Maybe let me just ask you how you deal with discord, disagreements when it comes to friendships. Let's say there's something that we do not agree, Iona, or just a conflict. How do you
Mhm.
actually deal with conflict in a friendship?
Confront the person.
Mm-hmm.
I think confront a person because you can't always assume
Mm-hmm.
that when something goes wrong between us, it's because I have malicious intent or
Mm-hmm.
I am intentionally doing that. You have
Mm-hmm.
to give someone the opportunity to either fix the relationship
Mm-hmm.
or tarnish it further.
Yeah.
So also just going to another person and telling them, "Oh, this is what Kumucho did." It's not nice. So
Yeah,
rather
it's
talk
not.
to Kumucho, make
Mm-hmm.
her aware of how she made you feel,
Mm-hmm.
and see how she handles that because your feelings must be valid in a
Yeah.
relationship. So I must be able to tell you like, Chumi, I don't like that. I don't
Yeah.
like how you talk to
Sometimes o khumane le hore re gare ga batho,
me. Okay,
and
yeah.
then I do something that you really don't like, something that pisses you off,
Mm-hmm.
and we are phakathi
Phakathi
inside.
kwabantu.
Re ko gare ga batho. Like, how do you deal with that? Do you immediately pull her on the side and be like, girl, no, what are you doing? Or you just gonna hold your peace and be like, I'm gonna talk to her tomorrow?
Yeah, that's so tricky because I think it's also gonna depend on the extent of the thing. Like how hurt are you?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you don't have to
You are
pretend
pissed.
you're pissed.
Mm-hmm.
No, call her. Call her Runa night. Call her.
I'm not
So
about to have a bad night
I bet not
because.
because of you. You
Mm-hmm.
see, because also sometimes you may not raise it up then. By the
Mm-hmm.
time you raise it, Kumusha doesn't really realize.
Yeah.
Akasakhumbuli the way.
Yeah.
Yabo. So exactly. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes as in okay, this we're gonna have to talk about later.
Yeah.
But some things you feel like because maybe it's a comment that she keeps saying through the night. Now
Mm-hmm.
you're having a bad night,
Mm-hmm.
so it's best to just call her out and say, Chomi, okay, what is this?
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
So if a friend respects you, they will know. Okay, I've taken it too far. But
Yeah.
yeah, it also depends what I guess on what that thing would be.
Yeah.
But more than anything, I am a big believer of confrontation. Like, don't be scared to tell her that you don't like it. You don't.
No.
Exactly. If she says, "Oh, you're being silly," then you know, okay, she doesn't respect how I feel.
Yes. Now we have a
Now we
problem.
have a problem. At least now you, with whichever way,
Mm-hmm.
you now know where you stand with that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yes.
Mm. Okay. So yeah, that's how you deal with it, guys.
How
Nah,
would
I
you
don't.
deal with
I don't know.
it?
Oh my god, I think I haven't been in situations whereby a friend pissed me off.
Mm-hmm.
Um, no, I haven't been in that situation, but using my common sense, I feel like if it's something alluring, it's burning at that current moment,
Mm-hmm.
I am literally gonna talk about it with my friend or show me no,
Yeah.
you know. Um, yeah, I think the only time something that happened, I was with a friend, we went out, and then I left her there.
You left.
Like, kinyamaletse for sebakanyana.
Oh, but you came back.
I came back.
Okay.
When I came back, she was crying. Then I was like, oh my god, I'm such a bad person.
No.
But I was like, oh my god, why did I do this?
Do you
But
feel like you could have handled it better, or even next time you still do that?
I feel like maybe it's just too much. If we go out
Mm-hmm.
together, we agree, okay, we're going out. Re two. No matter what you know,
Okay.
like limited now. I think that's what I learned from the situation. Or I
Mm-hmm.
can't leave a friend for such a long time, especially if it's just the two of us.
Oh
But
yes.
unless if we have like a collective of friends, I know
Then you know
she's
who's
fine, she's
yeah.
covered there.
Mm-hmm.
So that one I know I was wrong, and yeah, I apologized. I think also if you know that you are wrong, but
Mm-hmm.
sorry, I Rikishi, we just apologize and then we move
Yeah.
on in peace and harmony. Because the moment you want to explain the reason why you did it,
Now it's a problem.
now it's
Because
going to
now
be
you're
a
saying
serious.
I'm overreacting. I
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't be feeling the way that I'm
The
feeling.
way,
It's a
yes.
problem already.
Yeah.
Already it's a problem. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, no, I think confrontation, Kiona. And then there's this thing that I wanted to talk about,
Mm-hmm.
wanted us to talk about. Um, I guess I would give you a joint without. Okay, so there's this thing that we go out when we get there, and then I'm like, let me handle the bill to avoid this thing. Yeah,
It's got to do
you're
with
separated.
money.
Hmm.
Mm.
I'm like, okay, let me just handle the bill to avoid the splitting
Yeah.
of,
Can you pay 50
pay.
rand,
Yes,
20 cents? Yes. Mm-hmm.
if it's 1,000 rand, let me just handle it, and then you have to, you're gonna have to pay me half
Your
of the
half,
money.
yes.
Yes, Salaban. And then what happens when tomorrow? Actually, you're supposed to give me that money same
My
day
thing
while we're
is,
still seated
my thing
there.
is, if I even have, if it even has to get to the next day, already I'm questioning the person that you are. You know, I paid a hefty amount.
Mhm.
Why are you sitting with half of that money? Why?
There are situations whereby I handle the bill and then now we have to wait until no say 3 days. I'm
No,
like, Chomi,
no,
guys, please let's not do that.
no, no, no. You're
Let's
not a good
avoid.
person. Don't
Mhm.
do that.
Yeah.
Why would you? Why are you leaving your house
Mm-hmm.
to make me pay for your bill? Why?
Exactly. And then
Unless
now you want me to remind you, and the moment you remind them of that,
it's a problem.
it's a problem now. Hey, what's my king? No, say, send your account or what's maybe now I didn't
Nah,
drink what, those kind of things.
yeah, no. I
It,
was in a situation where I went out with a friend.
mm-hmm,
So she, basically, she's like, no, I actually like you. Let's go out. It was her idea.
mm-hmm,
We go out, and then when we get there, sharp, we're ordering fine. When the bill comes, this girl started saying, "Oh no, I didn't drink an alcoholic." I'm like, not here, not now. And in fact, I'm not even gonna tip.
mm-hmm,
The service was wonderful. Everything was. I'm not gonna tip.
mm-hmm.
Now we have a problem. Okay, Sharp, I settled the bill. But I knew when we left it that, Chomi, this is not the type of friendship that I want. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want friends like you where we drink, we have a good time. Then it's time to pay. You're giving people problems.
Yo.
She didn't even mind that I had to pay more than she did. But it was your idea to even go out in the first place.
Yes.
Why are we having this kind of problem? I don't like such friends.
Mm-hmm,
I'm so sorry. If the bill is 100 rands, you pay 50 rands, I pay 50,
mm-hmm,
50 rands.
mm-hmm.
If I have to pay the 100 rands now, you know you
Exactly.
have to send me 50 rands. I
Mm-hmm.
don't have to remind you.
The following day
Or
or
even the
later
next,
on.
never.
No.
No.
And then we have that thing. Let's say same situation. We
Mm-hmm.
go out, we get there. I pay the bill.
Yes.
You still have to send me the money. And then nini you see Usimpiwe, the same restaurant. And Simpiwe is like, oh guys, come and join me. Or when let's like don't go home, let's have fun together. Let's just continue with the day. And then Simpiwe handles the bill. Simpiwe is your friend. She handles the bill.
Yes.
And then let's say I paid 500 rand with our bill, our separate bill. And then now Usimpiwe we will spend at 1.5. We have situations whereby now Nosipho doesn't want to pay me the money because Simpiwe spent, her other friend spent on me more than what we spent separately.
No, Chumi, that's diabolical.
Mhm.
I want my money. Now, if it's gotten to that point, now we're fighting. I want my money. We don't even have to. I was with you when our bill came to 500.
Yes.
You need to pay me that money, please. Ukuthi umunye ufikile nabo patrao bafika basiphatha. That's got nothing to do with you, baby. I want my money. Already at that point, friendship is over.
Yeah.
Because why now? Why are we having conversations about hey, but I want my money.
Yeah, guys, let's just be honest to ourselves
and be fair.
And be fair. I've had a lot of questions from friends. Rio, nikijule mabane, and this is what happened. You know, people are confused. Uri. Now because someone was buying for me or was buying for us because they know me. Now
it means
that is settled. No
No.
ways, guys.
No.
Pay back the money, please. You know, pay
That's
back the
fair.
money because after all, Luena, when you left your house, you had decided, "Oh, this is what I'm gonna spend. So, budget
Exactly. So when your money must stay safe, ours must just no, Chumi,
it
don't
does
be like
not work
that.
like that.
Don't be like that.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, please, if you don't mind, share with us what are your experiences. If you have experienced a toxic friendship, please share with us how you actually distance yourself from that kind of friendship and how do you deal with conflicts and friendships. How do you deal with disagreements? You know, I know as people we deal with things differently. There are people who are what's if I confront her to Nosipho ke motho wa mashata, obviously she's gonna be like,
Now
you
we're
know,
shouting.
yay, now we're shouting. So rather maybe let's save it for tomorrow and I'm gonna, sit her down and tell her, you know what, I didn't like 1, 2, 3, but and look when you men of approach is very important. You're not gonna be, you know. So yeah, please share with us your experience and yeah, let's engage, guys. Thank you so much for taking your time and watching this video. I really appreciate you so much. If you have not yet subscribed, please, you are welcome. Join the community. You are welcome. We are a family here. We help one another with things that we go through daily. So thank you so much, my friend, for coming.
Thank you for having me.
It was really great to have you here. I really hope they have learned a lot from this, and from now on, going forward, they will know how to deal with conflicts and friendships. Relationship, it doesn't mean to melo pume. You just have to deal with them in a good manner, or understand ukuthi this is where I'm standing with a friend, and like just cutting someone off because they didn't invite you to 1, 2, 3. If you understand where you stand with someone, you will definitely understand why they did not share a certain information with you. Yeah. Last words in conclusion.
Be a good friend.
Be a good friend. That's it, guys. Thank you so much and goodbye.